just a few seconds of your time before the video starts if you want the opportunity to win one of these three things: Fast House hat, a cool Honda shirt, or some of the best hot sauce you've ever had. All you got to do is subscribe, and I'm going to pick one subscriber out and notify you over the next couple days, ship it to your house free of charge. Any size shirt, the hat is one size fits all, and the best hot sauce you've ever had. Thanks for your time. On to the video. Why bumping up to the premier 450 class from the 250 class sucks? Man, I was watching the main event like all of you were and just astounded at the level of competition on display. I heard a number like there is 15 250 title winners currently in the 450 class. 5 premier 450 Supercross winners. I mean, the 450 class, the interesting difference in analogy I make is I feel like in the 250 class, if you are a really good rider and you got that grit and that work ethic, you can be successful. You can live the dream of a Supercross stud, making the money, living in the limelight. But once you move to the 450 class, you can no longer grind your way into success because you're racing straight up prodigies. You're racing Jet Lawrence, Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac, Jorge Prado, Jason Anderson, Chase Sexton. Like the jump from competition to 250 to 450 is hard to appreciate because you're literally going from a situation where you can be living the dream, making money, winning races in the 250 class, and you bump up and you are irrelevant, completely irrelevant. And this isn't to disrespect the riders that, win races or even titles and bump up and struggle. That's just the nature of it. You're still a badass rider, but you can literally win 250 races, bump up, and you're fighting for like 17th place. Like, you literally are a complete non-factor. There isn't a chance that you are getting on the podium. And I don't like to be negative. This is just the situation as it is. And man, it is a unspoken but very real phenomenon. Nobody wants to bump up to the 450 class. And partly it's that the natural progress of the sport in terms of the elite riders retiring after a designated period of time is no longer happening. Like, imagine when Ricky Carmichael retired. Every rider in the 450 class is like, awesome, I just moved up one position every weekend. Or when James Stewart retired, same thing. Maybe less so because he wasn't quite at the top, but Ryan Dungey, for example, when he retired, every rider in the class is like, this is great, I just moved up one position essentially every weekend. Well, nobody is retiring. Eli Tomac is still there, literally almost won a race, kind of. He crashed, but won qualifying. Jason Anderson, Justin Barcia, Cooper Webb, like all of these dudes that typically 10, 20 years ago would have been gone. And each time that rider leaves, you're giving breathing opportunity for that younger, less experienced, potentially less talented 250 rider. That's just not happening. The sport in the 450 class, unless you are a freaking prodigy, sucks. It is not where you want to be. Like, you're just getting thrown to the wolves. You're what, and this weekend really made me appreciate Hayden Deegan's decision to take his time before jumping up to the 450 class. Because I'm watching battles for 8th, 9th, 10th place between literally just some of the best riders in the world. And these were 250 title winners. And on the night, they're getting 8th, they're getting 9th, 10th, or even like 14th outside the top 10. It is just, it is a tough go in the sport unless you are just a freak of nature prodigy. Because as I mentioned before, you can't hustle your way into success anymore. We've kind of moved past that because now the top best guys not only have the skills, not only are they a prodigy level talent, but they are also putting the work in. So like the glory days of, man, I might not be the best rider, but I am just going to outwork you, out hustle you. It kind of doesn't exist anymore. I know it kind of does, but I would say mostly it's over. How are you going to out hustle Jet Lawrence, Eli Tomac, Cooper Webb? Are you going to are you going to come up with some secret strategy, even though you're not as fast as them, to beat Chase Sexton? No, it's not happening. So it's like, man, it's not something that 250 riders talk about, but the fact is that 90% of the 250 riders that get bumped up to the 450 class, it is not a fun experience. You get chewed up and spit out, and this isn't to discredit them. Everybody is at a different level, but the 450 class is a nightmare for pretty much everybody except like 10 guys. So it is funny because, yeah, I feel like the 250 class still has that tangible possibility that if you're one of those riders that has really good natural talent, you're maybe not like the most exceptional, there's still that possibility you can make it. But man, in the 450 class, those days are gone, done, dusted, and whew, if I was a 250 rider, boy, I would be literally, I'm not saying riders have thrown races in order to not point out of 250, but it's hard to imagine that thought not crossing some rider's head of like, dude, I'm making good money in the 250 class. I'm not going to be making dick in the 450 class because I can't crack the top 10. So let me know what you guys think. I'm sure this is a discussion that people have, but they don't talk about it because it's like, it humbles you. It's nice when you're the big fish in the little pond and you're making good money and all of a sudden you got to be let free in the ocean and a shark is going to come and eat you. And that's kind of the 450 class. But anyways, tell me what you guys think. Leave me a comment. I love hearing what you guys have to say, insights, quirks, anecdotes. I love it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video.